Hi, my name is Emmanuel. I am a GTM Operations Specialist. So basically today I am going to show you how to run a GTM operation on full automation. So basically I'm going to make use of tools like Apollo. I'm going to make use of Make.com instantly and also Google Sheet. These four tools, I'm going to show you how to run a full automation as a GTM, go-to-market operations specialist, how to generate leads with Apollo, how to build lists using a Google Sheet, and how to import those leads into Make.com and make it run on full automation using instantly. So first off, what the first I'm going to do right now is hover over to my Apollo account. Basically, I have written a little bit of work in here just to make this a little bit short. This video is like short. Um, so first off, I set to target automotive industry, and I set to target companies that deals with car dealership, auto dealership, used cars, auto group, and automotive groups. And I'm targeting countries, Canada, and targeting specific region in Ontario and Alberta. So looking at the employees, I'm looking at the mid market businesses like the 100 to 200 to 1 to 500 and 500 to 1,000, and just the basic ICP targeting. So, and I built list already. I have my list built in Apollo, and I want to export it to my computer so I can import it to my spreadsheet. So I have it as an automotive service. There's one thing I usually advise every lead generation specialist, especially if you want to move into becoming a GTM operation specialist, is you need to learn how to use your time effectively, maximize your time effectively. Basically, so for me, yeah, I love to just go with things that I know that are worth it. I don't like, when I'm exporting leads, to have so many, stuff that I know that I'm not going to be using. So basically, what I usually do is to shift this. What I usually do is I go to admin. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can just make sure that you just export only things that you know you want to use. Sometimes you might export and you have some certain things that you don't need, and you still have to start cleaning, removing garbage in and garbage out, and all of that will waste a whole lot of your time. So basically, what I usually do is I go to settings, I go to import and export, and when I click on import and export in Apollo, I go to CFV export setting. So in this CFV export setting, I have your contact. These are, you want to work with people, you want to export, and you have a company. So today I am going to be exporting company data. So I go to a date, see a date. Basically, sometimes when you're exporting, you have all these informations, and you don't need all of it. You don't need all of it. You just need like just the basics, the ones you need. So basically, select company name, the industry, the website, company LinkedIn URL, and the company contact. Just basic things that you know that you need. You might not be needing what I need here, but just work with what you need so that you save a whole lot of time. So when you have done that, you can save settings. You can also do that for your contact. So, and when you're done, you go back and you go to your list, the list you have built in Apollo, and the next is to have them exported to your computer. Um, so I have this automotive service. Okay, click on it, and I decide to select. Let them select all of it to export 70. Apply. This might take a while, and export automotive service export. And Apollo might tell you it might take a while for you to export. Yeah, 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 yeah. But we know all of that. So finish adding some components. Yes, completed. So basically, let's go to our inbox to know whether we have any information. Um, we have to refresh to know whether there's any update. Yes, we have an update. So basically, we go over here and we download our CSV file. Now we have it downloaded. The next thing we're going to do is go over to our download, and we have it over here. You can set to rename it, but I don't think that I have much time to do that. So basically, next thing I'm going to do is I go over to my Google Sheet and I'm going to create a new sheet from blank spreadsheet, and I'm going to name it. What did I get from? Let me go to okay, automotive service. So I'm going to name it automotive service. Okay, okay, this is it. It came here, so I need to delete the other two. So basically, I think that was maybe a glitch of network. So remove this, trash it, remove this, trash it, and I go rename this to automotive service. You see right now, see what I have here. I have company name, I have industry, I have website, I have LinkedIn URL. Um, I have company account. I mean company country. That is Canada, right? Then I have the phone number. Then I don't need it. This not what I don't really need this. Okay, so um, so I need this automated service, right? And this is what I'm going to move into my clay. But before I move this into my clay, I need this list that I've built here to be connected to my basically what we're going to do first off is to make sure that we configure all this and so drive will select is going to be this drive and we're going to select spreadsheet that we're working on. Remember the spreadsheet, what's the name of the spreadsheet? Automotive service. So we're going to look for automotive service. This is it. So we'll click on automotive service. Um, where did it come from? Apollo. Yes, Apollo Export. Yes. Limit. Okay, let's see. This limit signifies how many leads you want to go uh into. Did you want this Google Sheet to send out maybe in a day or in minutes or in a week, or it depends on what you want. Okay, let's say I wanted to send in 10. Okay, let's say 15 into play maybe. Like I'm still gonna set the time frame of all of this. So just just work with me and I'm gonna show you this. So basically, so let's say it's gonna be sending 15, right? And I save this to choose manually. Uh, Click on this and I save. And I think that's a little bit of problem. Value must not be empty. Drive value must not be empty. Drive value, I think I clicked on this. Yes. So now we have created a spreadsheet. So basically we have linked it to this automotive service. Next is we are going to connect it to our play. So we are going to add a module and we're going to look for play. Yes, we're going to look for play. So we type play and we select Clay and we create a table in Clay. Before we create a table in Clay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Clay and I'm going to get a webhook URL. The webhook is that is what is going to work that connection with Google Sheet and Clay. So to send data from Google Sheet, you're going to need the webhook from Clay, right? So it has to be there's going to be this connection between them. So basically, what I do is I hover over to my to play. I'm gonna open my play right now. Okay, and this is my play. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to create a new workspace, workbook um, for this particular project I'm trying to do. So I'm going to title this. I'm going to title this automotive service. No, I'm going to title it Canadian Canadian automotive service. Yes. So we're going to start with a blank table. Okay, and we're going to name it um, automotive service. Okay, so i- basically we are trying to what we are trying to get the Clay webhook URL, right? So we go to Clay and we go to tools and we go to import, and this is the where you go to see the webhook and send any data to Clay, and they're going to give you this is the webhook URL. This is where you're going to copy. Once you have this copied, you go back to your webhook URL in your make, and you paste this. And once you have done this, you go over here and you add row. So you're going to map column name with the value. So this column name is what you have over here in your Google Sheet. So company name, industry, website, company LinkedIn, URL, company country, and company phone. So I'm going to map this, okay, in here. So company name, industry. So go company name, and the value here you look for company name, and you add row, industry, and look for the value industry. This is how you're going to do it. You add row, check website, company LinkedIn URL, website, the website, um, company link, LinkedIn URL, company LinkedIn URL. You make sure that everything corresponds, company country and company phone. You add row, company country, you add row, and once you're done, you save. Now there's a connection. If you go over to your see your clip, you see this webhook waiting for events. So it's waiting for an event to happen, it's waiting for it to transfer data, and you're going to see it here. So basically, before we do that, we're going to create another workflow. So we're going to add another module. This module is for us um, to connect to make sure that our Google Sheet sends only to make sure that the information being sent to Clay from Google Sheets won't repeat itself. For example, some mistakes some GTM do make is whenever they have their workflow like this, they if they don't create a workflow whereby there won't be a repetition of same information or data that passed into from one software to another software. It will repeat itself again. Now, if you are having, for example, I chose 10 data to be passed into play, maybe daily or weekly or minutes. Now, if there is nothing to show Play that this data has been imported before, Play will also take the same data again and import. Or Google Sheet will also import the same data. For example, I have AEIOU imported into Play, and there was nothing to show to prove that AEIOU was imported into Play. AEIOU will be imported into Play the next time again if I run another automation. So for us to start this, we are going to click the Google Sheet, and we are going to choose up- update row. So this update row, choose the spreadsheet name, which is automotive service. So this will tell Clay that this particular data has been imported into your software. So don't choose this next time. If you want to pick another data, you're going to pick from those that have not been sent. So we choose this sheet name, then the row number. Go over to the row, choose the row number, and after we do this, company name will mark the fields, company name to company name, industry to industry, website to website, company LinkedIn URL to company LinkedIn URL, company country to company country, company phone to company phone, and last but not the least, we are going to put status. So first off, we will go over to our our Google Sheets, and we're going to include status. So this status will tell Make that whenever leads move from here, it will be updated. So if I move 10 leads from here, it will be updated. So the next time Clay comes over here to pick leads or pick data, it won't pick the ones that has already been updated. It will look for the ones that have not been updated. Now let me show what I'm saying. So we'll go over to so over here we'll put status, and we'll put sent. Okay, we status and we'll put sent, and we'll click on save. Connection value must not be empty. My drive. Okay. So let's go back to our Google Sheet. For example, I want let me limit this to 10. This is 10 leads, and I'm about to run this right now. So I want to show what I mean, what I'm saying. So right now, I want to run this once. I can decide to run it every 15 minutes. I can decide to modify this and choose the time frame that I want this to be run. But for the sake of this very video, I'm going to run it once for you to understand what I'm saying. So for now, I can decide to like I want to run it once, okay, and I'll choose the date. I can decide to I want to run it daily, and I'll choose the time. I can add more times. How many I want, I can set weekly, I can set monthly, and how I want it, regular intervals, and all of that. So, but I want to run it once for me to show what I'm saying right now. So if you look at my play, If you look at my play, it's still waiting for event. There's nothing here right now, right? There's nothing here right now. If you look at my Google Sheet, there's no status updated right now here. But what was going to happen? Now I start to run once, sending 10 leads. So let's see. Let's go to our Google Sheet. Can you see status sent? Can you see that? Now let's go to you can see now we have this data being imported into our play. So what I'm going to do next is we're going to click on this and we're going to add these two columns. So we're going to start with the company name, add to column, create a column, and it's going to create a column, right? Next is the industry, create a column for the industry. Next is the website, create a column for the website. Next is the LinkedIn URL, create a column for the LinkedIn URL. We'll create another one for country, location, and also create for the phone number. So right now, this data has been imported into Clay by automation. So the next, data that comes in here, you can start to like run another one for it to send. And we can start to like, okay, run another one into Clay. Now we run again. Now we have 10. Can you see? Now it didn't choose the previous one because the previous one has been updated, and look at it, it has another set of leads being moved into Play. And let's go and check our Play. Can you see now? Now before I had to like update it, but right now can you see that it's in here by itself? And this is how it goes. This is how the lead goes. So what you as a GTM operation specialist does is for you to just find leads, move them into your Google spreadsheet that you're already connected with this, and you can just automate the time frame. If you want it to run every 15 minutes, it's sending leads here every 15 minutes. So right now, this is the first step. We're going to go into the second step, and I'm going to show you how you can be able to automate this your workflow here and use AI automation to find every information you need in Play. One thing I like about Clay is a super B2B software that you can use to actually do a whole lot of magnificent thing you want for yourself. I'm not trying to hype Clay here. It's not a paid advert here, but I'm just telling you. So basically, um, first off, find I want to use Clay. Um, I want to use Clay information to find the domain of this company because I want to use Clay to run all what I want to do here based on automation. Do you understand? And basically, rather for me to go to each of the company and start looking for information that I want, I can just use the Clay and use a no code automation, and I qualify everything I need, and I qualify and I get all the whole information I need over here. It won't just take me high seconds, take me like 5 to 10 minutes than spending hours trying to achieve this manually. So basically what I do first is I will go to I'm going to click over here. So when I click here, I will choose look for find company domain. So I'll look for Snovo because the credit is relatively very low for me to use. So I need to manage my credits very well because it's expensive to get. Yeah. So basically, choosing you can choose different other you know tools that can use to get all the information you want, but I make use of Snovo because it gives me what I really want. So I click on that is find the domains and I save, and you see what's going to happen right now. Run. I set to run all of it. It's written a column to run. So right now I've gotten the domain. The next thing I'm going to do right now is to use AI to qualify um, this data. So based on what I'm looking for, these are automobile companies, and I want to find if they are in need of a logistic service. And after I do that, I also look for their pain points. What I'm going to do is, first off, I usually have this written prompts that I usually have. I like for me, yeah, as a GTM Operations specialist, I like to be proactive what I do. I like to have before I start any project. I usually like to have everything being you know being in place so that it should be easy for me to, if I need this, I can very easily pick it or pick that without me stressing myself so much. So basically, I go to add column and I use AI enrichment. So basically, here is what I'm going to impute what I want it to do for me. Okay. So basically, what I do is I will go over to my Google Doc. So I'll go for informations like this. Um, Analyze company name in dynamic variables and website and company LinkedIn URL. If the company is a car dealership, car rental company, auto auction, automotive distributor, or similar business that is likely to need vehicle transportation service, return qualification, qualified score 90 over 100. Otherwise, return qualification not qualified score 40 over 100. Now, this is what I have decided to work on my own. And once I copy this, I paste it in the prompt and I run it. We're going to see what result it's going to give. So let's go and test it. And let's see what's going to give to us here. So you can see it's qualified, and you can see their pain point. You can see this pain point: high value vehicle required careful transport to reduce damage, risk, and delivery delay. You can see here vehicle delivery delays can disrupt dealership inventory and customer handoff. Okay, um, these are pain point. Coordinating deliveries across inventory and fleet needs can cause scheduling delay. Okay, you can see this one also coordinating vehicle transfer across location can create delivery delay and tracking gaps. So these are pain points. If you want to run maybe an email campaign and you want to like address the issues they are facing, you can use this as as a strong strong a pitch for you to catch their attention and tell them, okay, I know you have these certain problems, and this is what we can do for this, how we can help solve this problem. So after I've gotten this, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to find the decision makers in these companies, and what I'm going to do is I go over to tools using AI enrichment. I'm going to search for um, find people, find people at company. Yes. So I'm gonna use. I like to use surf. Okay. I like to use surf to do this because of it doesn't really have much credit to use. So I go to seniorities. I will look for um, C levels, uh, the directors, the founders, the managers, the VPs, the heads, and all of that. I think that's okay for me. I go to job titles. I will impute the CEO, COO, manager, direct, directors, director, VP, founder, and all of that. So limit I can just set just to like two, you know, yeah, two. So I'll go for the first name and the last name, and I also go for the LinkedIn URL. I also go for the job title, seniority list, and EC level. Okay, and I save, and I will run the 9 rows. So to get all this information I need because I'm going to need them if I want to run and if I want to run a campaign outreach. So self looking for people in the company, you can see it found a whole lot of people, first name and last name, their LinkedIn URL, um, it's vice president operation. These are the C level, suits. These are people who are decision makers in the company, and this is what you can do. This is the power of what Clay can do for you, rather than for you to have go through this manually. Or, you have to just do all this for you in no time. So after that, next thing online, we are going to find their email. So basically, we click on the same enrichment, um, find work email. I used the find mail. I used Postpio, and I used what's the name of these two? I think that was what I used to get the complete email. Find work email. I used enrich find work email. This very tool gave me the emails of all of these prospects, and basically, okay, what I'm going to do right now is I'm gonna take out these ones for the fact that I've gotten what I need in one. Yes, I'm going to take them all off. So just to make sure that my work is neat enough. So great. So right now I've gotten the emails of these set decision makers. Okay, and right now what I'm going to do is I am going to move this qualified leads into instantly. Yes, for us to run an outreach campaign. Yes, using email sequence. And basically, I have to connect this to. I think I've already connected to my instantly because I have an instant that I usually use. So basically, it's already connected to instantly. Maybe in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can use instantly and connect to your Play, but that's in my next video. Right now, I'm just going to show you how to run a full automation process using different tools to achieve your purpose. So basically, to connect this to your instantly, I go over to my instantly account. Um, go over to my instantly account, try and load. Let me check my make. Okay, so this is my make. I save this, and I want to use automotive dealers in Canada. I want to move this list here. So if you go into this particular um, campaign, you're going to find there's absolutely nothing in here. So it doesn't add leads. You can add leads. But look at the sequence. There's nothing in the sequence. Okay. But once I move these leads from here, connecting it to my instantly, you're going to find this leads in here. So let's do it. So what do I do? Going over to my clay, I'm going to go to tools. When I click on tools, I'll go to export. When I go to export, I go to send to sequencer. And when you come to sequencer, you're going to see a whole lot of sequencing tools like I can use Click, can use Smartly AI, you can use Instantly, which we're going to use right now. You can use email, Bison, repair.io, Lemlist, a whole lot of sending tools. So, but we're working on Instantly, so I'm going to click on Instantly right now, and I have an account already connected to it. Like I said in my next video, I will show you how to to connect an account from your Play to your Instantly. So basically, I click on continue, and I go down. So I'm going to select where this particular uh, data is going to come from. So clicking here, remember I told you where I want this to be. It's coming from automotive dealers in Canada. So if I go to my campaign ID, I'm going to search for automotive. Okay, look at it, automotive dealers in Canada. So I'm going to click on it. When I click on it, I'm going to map out fields here. So what I need, the first name, the last name. I also need the company name, the website. Yes, do you need the website? Yes, and of course I need the website. Click on the website. The phone numbers. Do you need phone numbers? Basically, if you need them, but I just want to just put it there. Personalization. Now, this is where I want to put the pain points. This is where I'm going to put the pain point. Okay, so if I'm trying to like send them a message like, "Hi, George, I noticed that you recently upgraded, and I press like acknowledge what they're doing, and I give some thumbs up, and next thing that I tell them about, I noticed there's some cracks in the services or what they're offering, and this is what I can do for them. This is how I can help them, get more leads. This is how I can help them improve their services and all of that. Because I know there's a lot of competition out there. So basically, this is where I will put this. So I'll look for pain points. Use text. Okay. So and I think we're done. And I save. Okay. Pain points. So run 9 rows. So it's running this and it's adding this to my campaign. So you can see added to campaign, and let's go and check whether did this truly go into the campaign. So we go over to or instantly, we refresh, and go to leads, and tada! You can see that this actually went in. You can see all of it. You can see all of it. You can see them. Company name, the contact, website, the personalization. These are the pain points, phone numbers, you know, campaign IDs, and all of that. So basically, the next thing you do, we add to sequence. So I'm just going to like touch a little bit of this. So like I'm going to do more much over here. So basically, first off, you go to subject line. Subject line is what you want them to see when once this message get to their inbox. What can catch their attention? Okay. What can get their attention whenever they see something like this in their inbox. So you need to, as a good ATR or a go-to-market specialist, you must learn how to write good subject line to be able to um, get the attentions of this prospect that you want to reach out to. So basically, I did some certain stuff. I wrote the subject line like quick questions about quick question about the company. This is going to be the company name. So I'll just copy this. Quick question about, so I can use dynamic variable. Okay, I think question about the dynamic variable company name is vehicle delivery. So if someone sees this like if you're trying to make inquiries about what their service is all about, and they will be so quick to like, okay, quick questions, okay, like you want to ask a question about, and they're going to be so eager for them to like know what the message is all about, and boom, they see this. Hi, first name. Hi. So I use dynamic variables here. First name, and if they're so busy, and I'll keep this short. Copy this, paste, keep it here. I notice. Let me I know paste company name is from with. This where you put the pain point. Okay, and we do this. Support company name. Okay, so let's say that email. So have this here, and you can set to have another add next step. Okay, so let's preview again. Hi Brent, I know you are busy, so I'll keep it short. And is that is struggling with limited career capacity can delay vehicle delivery, and is struggling with limited career capacity can delay vehicle deliveries and increase transport costs. You have to like modify your personalizations and make it sound a bit more human waiting. Okay, so basically I'm just giving you steps and a guideline of how to run a full GTM operation. And the most interesting thing about all of this is when you have succeeded in first launching this first campaign here, and also um, you know, enriching these. Subsequently, leads that will come in through, from here, through Apollo, like they'll come in through I don't know why it's not they'll come in from here through Apollo into clay, into clay, into this clay, based on the connection with make is going to run on based on automation. For example, right now, if I decide that I want this to run every day, I said, okay, I want to run every day, daily, okay, and I set the time at what time I want it to run. If I need more time, maybe I can set it every 3 hours. To run it, I will tell it, okay, I want you to import 100 leads for me every 3 hours. Now, once these leads are being imported into play, you are going to have sent as status as qualified that this leads have been sent. And once Clay receive these leads, he start running enrichment immediately. He start running enrichment immediately, run based on automation, qualify all of this and send it into where? Into your instantly, in your HubSpot, your Pipedrive, or your Salesforce, whatever. So this is just like a video of how you can go and run a full automation process using Apollo, Google Sheets, Make, and instantly. So thank you for watching my video. Thank you. Goodbye.